took the brakes off the bike. I did a bit of cleanup. Now I have to maybe take off this plastic piece. This one's missing. The springs are on pretty good. Maybe I need to take out the adjuster screw. So this is going to get interesting. What's 320? They don't really look too terrible. Maybe this side is worn more. 320. The posts on the bike are new, but they are probably Chinese made. I'm going to go check the size on those. 320, and that's a 8mm, so that would be 315. That's only 5 thou clearance on here. I'm going to go measure the posts on the bike to see what's going on there. So I stripped all the brake pads off and hardware. This is the one I want to use. Now the reason I like these is they are a little bit longer. This one's a BR-TY22. There's about 1 million varieties of these. So it looks like this bronze bushing traps the plastic part on there, so it's not going to come apart without... I can't take the plastic off to push out the bushing. They just don't come off. So I'm not keeping this one. This one's worn too, 325. When I checked this one here out on the outer edge, it was pretty bad. It's about 325 in certain spots. But what I have is a 5/16 reamer, which is 312, and the brake posts I checked are very close to 312. So if I can make new bushings and press them, I can do a final ream through them this size, and they should fit the bike pretty good. So now I have to figure out a way. I have to support this aluminum. Maybe I can get a piece of pipe just to support it all around there and slot the side of the pipe out and push that bronze out of there. But I'll figure that out on this one here that I don't need to use. There we go. Okay, so this will clear the 8mm bushing. Well, that'll fit inside it. And now I have to turn this diameter to clear the aluminum body of the brake lever. And that's probably got to be just under 10mm. Okay, I roughed this out. It's about 20mm ID. And I have to get in and undercut the back side, so I leave a sharp lip on the top edge of that. So I'm going to take a cut off the OD right now. got a internal threading tool. I have to do an undercut, make that front end sharp. It's almost done. A couple more passes. Okay, the ring is parted off, but I gotta saw this in two and then remove a piece, and it needs to go in here. So I'll bore out that little scrap of pipe to accommodate that ring. Change out a tool here. Put my other boring bar back in the holder. And this is stainless, unfortunately, this cutoff, this scrap. So okay, the bottom space stops square. Let's see if that fits. There it goes. Okay, now I just need to cut this so it'll go around the brake caliper. Brake arm, not caliper. And remove some sharp edges. Okay, that's the ring I have. I cut out a portion of it because it has to clear that, so it has to start here and end here. And I probably made that lip a bit too big, so I filed a little tiny angle on the top edge. It seems to go in okay. So I'll put that one in there. Put that one in there. And I cleared out part of this bushing. And that's going to need a squeeze. Oh, there it goes. Okay, and the plastic is protected. Now I should be able to punch that bushing through with this pin. Just need a big hammer. And if something goes wrong, I've still got the original 2 parts. Hey, look at that. I may have hit it a bit too hard. No, it looks unscathed. So that's the bronze bushing, and it traps this piece here. This spins to adjust the tension on the spring. Okay. So I can make up some new bushings on my little lathe. Good. All right, that went better than I expected. And the plastic is good. Oh yeah, it's perfect. Okay, now I'll try one of the good ones. That looks unscathed. Okay. Need to pry that plastic back a little bit to get this started. Give it a squeeze. Okay, that's in. Looks a bit crooked. I'll tap it in a bit. Tap the whole thing in a bit. Perfect. And one more to go. That looks okay still. didn't end well. Oh, broke the plastic. Oh well, we have a spare. That one has no adjuster on it. That's the one with the adjuster. That lip is probably getting a bit beat up. It's very, very small. But I got a bag of spare parts. There, I can use that one. That's my second bushing. I have to deburr it. Okay, let's try and put this together. There's the bushing. The bushing traps the piece of plastic in, and once the bushing gets in touch with the surface, it won't press in any further. So there is a hole to line up the spring. I'll try and get that approximately in mind. Let's see how it goes. Seems to be going. That needs to go a bit more. It's not flush with this other surface. That's it. And one of the springs goes in there. There's kind of a left and a right here. So maybe it's that one. No, it's probably that one. I found the other cover for the spring still on the bike frame. That should be it. There it goes. That's back together. One more to go. There's the bushing. There's a little adjuster for the spring. That goes on the little plastic insert, and the bushing goes down through that. And I'll use the same tool again that I used to take it apart, this punch. Okay, that hit bottom. Everything's in place. Good. And I just drove it in so the bushing is flush with this aluminum. You can see it's sticking through a bit. Then it gets the adjuster screw. Spring. And there's a cover for it here somewhere. That will do. Okay, that's it. That one's loose. I don't know what else holds that in. I guess it's just a cover. So that's ready to go back on the bike. I've got both brakes assembled. Now, the end that's press fit into the aluminum arm, it's a thin wall, and it had about 3 thou interference. So what I found is when I test them on the bike, it's actually tighter on here. So I put the reamer in there. The reamer will start in this end okay, it hasn't collapsed. And I'll just run it through. And that should make it fit the bike okay. That's one. And I don't know where, here's the other one. Let's go try it on the bike. Okay, everything's back together. As you can see, there is a tiny bit of clearance in them, but you can't see. Well, that needs to be adjusted a little better, but the brake pad's not going all over the rim when I move that back and forth. So there's a tiny bit of movement. Yeah, I still need to take that bolt back out and add some grease. And I'll adjust that brake pad up better. But that's done. I'm happy with it.